Tonight, I want to take a quick minute to look at AMC. AMC in the past week, well, it has seen quite a lot of interesting action. Overall, it is actually up in the past week, but Friday was ever so slightly red, and we can see that mainly from this point here on the 25th, the stock was down. The question is, should you buy now or should you avoid this stock? Well, of course, I am not a financial advisor, and I definitely should recommend that you do your own research, but now that I have said that, if you may enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we do cover AMC and all different kinds of stocks every single day. Now that I've said that though, let's jump in. Right then, so AMC we can see has seen quite a lot of action in the past 5 days. This comes after a Reddit article saying that quite a lot of people are still holding their shares in AMC. Now what has subsequently happened is a lot of people are obviously looking at AMC, think that there is a potential for a short squeeze. Whether there is or isn't, I'll let you decide. That's a completely different issue, but the question is, what are we going to see going forwards into the next week? Well, personally, I do believe that there is still quite a lot of hype surrounding AMC, and I think that this stock does have potential on two different levels, which I'm about to talk about in just a moment. But right now I think AMC could be a relatively decent buy depending on what your risk tolerance is. So yeah, first let's talk about the two things which could potentially happen with AMC, in my opinion at least. Well, the first thing is that this one could absolutely get taken to the moon. Now this is not guaranteed, but we have seen this with similar stocks like GME, where the stock has obviously rocketed up by a significant amount. Now the chances of this happening are actually decent, to be honest, in my opinion. It's not guaranteed, obviously, and there is also a potential that it might not happen. I think that is something that people need to be aware of, because of course if it doesn't happen, there is a potential that the stock could go down over time and people could subsequently lose money. So of course people do need to be aware of the risks involved, but going forward this one does have some potential to rocket in price by a significant amount in the next few weeks. Now a lot of factors are involved in this one. It depends on how many people buy this stock, how much volume is in it, and how many people are obviously trading it. All these kind of important things do play a big factor, because we need a lot more people to buy AMC shares for this one to even have a potential to squeeze, in my opinion. Now like I said, a lot of people are still holding according to this Reddit article, and for that reason I think it's not impossible, but like I said, this one is starting to pick up action, which does indicate that a lot of people are still buying in to this stock. Now another thing to note is of course the long-term potential for this stock. Now avoiding all the hype that is going on right now, AMC could still be a fantastic buy for one reason, and I'm going to involve AMC in my post-pandemic series in just a few episodes, but what I want to talk about is the fact that AMC is obviously a theatre stock. Now obviously subsequently AMC has taken a big hit this year because people can't really go to a theatre for obvious reasons. Looking at this one in the past 5 years, we can see that in 2020 AMC stock actually did plummet by a significant amount, all the way to this low here, going down 71%. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of this will be due to the fact that people aren't using their services ever so much, but of course this stock has been going down for some time. But I want to focus specifically on the 2020 results up until now. So yeah, things were down by a very significant amount. I think this does still present the opportunity to see this one recover post-pandemic. So you could be asking yourself, how much could it recover by? Now usually I would have said only a few dollars, but we actually have a different scenario here with AMC today, because AMC now, a lot of people are aware of it, and a lot of people are genuinely investing in this one for the long term. So in my opinion, I think that AMC will not go back down to the lows that we saw back actually at the end of 2020, where the stock was clearly worth barely anything. I think it definitely can stay in the $5 range for sure, maybe even higher than that. I don't believe it's going to go back down to this $2.20 range for a very significant amount of time, or maybe even never again, because like I said, now a lot of people are more aware of AMC and want to invest in it just for the fundamentals of the company. Now another thing is the potential of this company opening up its New York City theaters in just a few weeks. I think this is another factor which is going to drive AMC stock further, as like I said, some people are in this one for the squeeze, but a lot of people are also in this one for the long-term potential of the stock as well. So either way, would I buy AMC right now? Honestly, I think that AMC is not a bad buy. If it was to squeeze, if it was to rocket in price for whatever reason by a significant amount, we all know that massive profits would obviously come if you were to sell out at the right time. But another thing which I think isn't worth noting is the long-term potential that AMC does have as well. Because yes, it is actually quite highly priced in comparison to its price earlier in 2020, but overall, a lot of people are now aware of AMC stock who previously weren't. I think a lot of people are holding this one for the long term as well. So subsequently, I think it could be a decent long-term investment as well. But I also think that it could drop a small amount, maybe back down to this $5 range in the next few weeks, which could present a better buy-in opportunity, but we're just not certain that that will happen. So for that reason, I think that AMC isn't the worst buy that we have seen right now, but I think it is quite risky, as obviously there is a potential that it may not actually get short squeezed, and there is also a potential that if that doesn't happen, it could drop back down to the $5 range, high $5, maybe even in the $6 range as well. So of course, be aware of the risks when investing in AMC, but if you are investing it for the short term, it could give some decent returns, and even long term, I think there is still some potential there. But I want to hear what you have to say down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.